I'm at the banks for my day ones, I got Tranks going by. I say thanks, but the cops around, I'm scared for my life. They got banks for the Tranks, for the tanks and the rings. They got banks for the Tranks, for the tanks and the rings. Yeah. Bank of America, the Tranks of Atlantis. If I ain't got nobody, I got Robin, I got Tranks. Banks and Tranks, 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 banks and Tranks.
Can you wake up, please? Could you wake up that old face of yours? Yeah, we're filming the podcast, if you didn't notice.
Oh, we are?
Yeah, ever heard of sleeping on the job, you slacker? All right. Welcome, everybody, to the Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, everybody.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
To the Banks and Tranks
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim
podcast. And today I'll be your hostess, Akif Ansari, with my guestess of today, Suhaib Ansari. And he's just chugging some of that old...
Sorry, I'm just a little bit hungover off the ruwafza.
Oh, yeah.
My alcoholic ruwafza.
Wait, but is alcohol... Isn't that like haram, though?
Yeah, but it's okay.
All right. So yeah, ever since you were sleeping, I was actually watching a TV show with you, and I have some predictions, I think, for what that TV show is going to be.
What?
Which is that?
Why do you have predictions about what it's gonna be?
In the sense that there's gonna be.
We're not gonna do introductions. Can you read off of your? You still can't do this fucking host job. Read off your notes.
Okay, let me take a look at the notes. So
right, I remember now. So last week we finally discovered that Akif's job is therapy, but it turns out that I kind of got it mixed up. I thought he was giving therapy, but
no, the real thing is that I get it.
So you just go to therapy?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. So
yeah,
when was the last time you went?
I actually just got back from it.
I thought we were watching TV.
I would say
was that sleeping? Wait, was it sleeping that long? That we started watching TV, I fell asleep, and then you got therapy?
Yeah, and you slept in that chair while
it's comfy in
facing
here, man.
The camera too. It's like
okay.
It's been a lot.
Did you film me sleeping?
So I didn't film you sleeping, but anyways, yeah, no. But my therapy was really good. He's been helping me a lot with my mental health and all that. But yeah.
So, what'd you learn at therapy today?
Yeah, today I learned. I think he used to have a girlfriend. He said that she was like Indian. I was like, whoa.
That's not what I'm. Like, what'd you learn about yourself? Like, how'd you grow today?
Oh yeah, so I'm like above that. I'm like 19 right now, so I haven't really grown in like a couple years. Like I did puberty. I did the whole puberty thing early.
No, that's not. I'm saying like, how did you grow? Like, how did you grow as a person?
Well, okay. The way
today?
Therapy typically goes for me is I go over there, I tell him about all my problems, and he tells me that I do a really good job at facing all my problems, and then I go home. And then sometimes I learn stuff about him, like his girlfriend. Oh.
You mean his ex? So do you just go there for validation?
Here's
a thought experiment. Here's a thought experiment, so you can figure out if your therapy is really working. I'm wondering, maybe you should go to another therapist and explain to them that basically every single thing that you're doing is for the validation of this random guy that you pay like $500 a month to go talk about your problems, and then not even explain, like even get that much advice and grow as a person. You don't even get much out of it. And then you go back there to the other guy and you're like, oh, but now I'm seeking this guy's validation. And then you'll really know after that whole experiment of trying to seek the validation of two men, because apparently your father wasn't there for you to give you the validation that you needed or wanted. And yeah, you can
Well, that's certainly a thought of an experiment.
and then you'll know if your therapy is actually worth it or if you don't need it at all. Because you're so perfect, right? Because both of them are telling you how great you are.
All I'll say is there's some variables to this. Let's say the second guy doesn't totally agree with the first guy. All I'll say is,
how do we know? Wait, how do we know that?
Here's the thing.
How do you know the second guy? Wait, are you telling me you already have 2 therapists?
Look, like
how many therapists do you have? I'm starting to figure out what this.
Okay, here. How many fingers do you have on your hand?
4, I guess, and a thumb.
Oh, so I guess that means your vision must be pretty good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Then just count how many therapists I have.
Abba. Oh, I'm getting a call in my ear. How many therapists does Akif have? 19? He's had one new one for every year that he started getting therapy when he was 0? What?
Well, that's
okay.
That's there you have it, folks.
So, how do you make money off of this?
Ooh, good question. So I'm still like in the trial run of it. So I'm still trying to kind of figure out how do I make some money, but I've certainly invested quite a bit. So certainly at some point I should get a return on profits. Like
is that how that works?
I'm just like kind of doing a waiting game right now.
Right. Yeah. That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
That doesn't make a lot of money, but it does make a lot of sense. All right, talk about the fucking.
Do you want to talk about the TV show that we were watching while you were asleep? Yeah. So, the real thing is we were actually talking about a TV show that's going to be coming out while he was sleeping, and it's this one called Stranger Things.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't heard that many people talk about it, but it's a pretty like niche show. But I found it on like this little like bootleg platform called it's on like Blorbo right now, right? The Blorbo, that's the one that you pay like. That's the one that has like a little bit of Disney, a little bit of like other stuff.
I think it's on Zigboo.
Oh, that does totally remind me.
Maybe it's on Blorpy.
Yeah, Jamathan Blingo. Sorry, guys, we had to fire Jarvis last time, but
what happened to Jarvis?
Jarvis, look, he does this thing where, like, when I was sleeping last time, I just kept hearing this clicking sound, and he just kept clicking, and I was just like, "Can you stop that?" And he was like, "Oh, I'm editing the video. And I was like, "I don't pay you to click so that I can't go to goddamn sleep." So I fired him. But we have Jameson.
You don't have
Blinga. No, so
you don't have firing and hiring power.
What?
You're just a substitute host because I'm too tired to do my host duties. Because before I was the one editing the videos, and then I had to hire Joey Bonzo, and he mysteriously dies in a skiing incident. I mean, and then Jarvis gets mysteriously fired. He dies in a fire incident.
No, there was no mystery. I fired him. I removed him from office, as they say.
You can't just throw him in a fire and say that your job is that, like, who's going to edit our videos now?
No.
Joey Jameson
Blinger.
Jamathan Blingo?
He's editing them.
That's not even a real name.
He's going to be flipping through this right now, and he's going to be like, "Yep, I'm editing right now. I'm editing."
That's
when he's watching.
How do you edit?
How do you edit?
Final Cut Pro.
Well, the way I edit is Adobe Premiere Pro. So
okay, all right, okay. I guess that's a valid answer. You, for some reason, you're shilling out all of your money to Adobe, giving them all of your fucking cash so you can edit like. Make
I don't know. I personally haven't. I've been labeling that as a business expense because it's for the. Am I not supposed to do that? I've been using those like fat checks we've been getting in the mail.
Right. The ones written by Robert
Mr. Banks. Yeah.
Robert. Yeah, Robert.
I'm just so glad he's.
We're not supposed to talk about.
Right. Sorry, Jametho just like edit that part out.
Jameson.
It's Jamathan.
Jamathan?
Like,
You're pulling my fucking leg right now. This you changed his name like 10 times.
I didn't change it. You can play back. You can go back. The reason we have this podcast in the first place is so that you can play back, right? You can play it back.
If I play it back, I mean, I never watched the podcast back, but if I play it back,
me neither.
If I play it back and it's different, I will revoke your hiring and firing powers.
Sounds good to me. Here's my
and Joey and Jarvis is gonna come back.
Here's my
Jarvis.
thing.
Jarvis will come back. Mark my. He's the best guy. He does all of the things that I ask him to do. I ask him to look stuff up on the internet for me. He does that. You could say that he does it with a robotic efficiency. I don't know how, but Jarvis is fantastic.
All I'm saying is Jamathan is dependable. I read through his resume 16 times. That's more times than I've seen this podcast. I don't even watch it. In fact, I was talking to my friend about how I'm watching my own podcast, and he was like, "You don't watch podcasts, you listen to them." I was just like, really? In this day and age, like, you watch podcasts? Like, what kind of, like, hooligan am I friends with? But
all right, are we just...
So anyways,
are we gonna get on to the
Stranger Things
TV show, man?
Yes.
Yeah, let's just talk about the stupid TV show.
So I've been hearing a lot of things about this show. And one of those things is like, I hear that there's some like gay Zionist guy in it or something.
Noah Schnaps.
Yeah.
Noah Schnasty.
I don't want him to be a guest on this podcast.
Okay.
Can we make a list of people that we don't want as guests on the podcast?
Sure. We can do that right after we make it guests who want to be on this podcast, which as of now is one guy from Kenya.
Yeah.
He sent you like a mysterious email saying, "Oh, I really enjoy the Banks and Tranks podcast. I have a lot of things to say about the Kenyan government, and I want to be on the next episode."
I know
he couldn't, and he didn't even make it.
He didn't show up today.
He didn't show up today.
I think he was at some like baby's funeral.
If you didn't laugh, I would have played that completely straight. By the way.
Yeah,
where was he? What was?
I think he's at some like baby's funeral. Is what he told me. He was just like, I was like,
what's going on in Kenya, man?
I don't know. I don't know.
Well,
the thing was he was supposed to come on here to talk about the politics there.
Is it Ken? It's Ken. What technically, if he's here, then he's in Kansas. That's kind of strange. Kind of messing with the letters.
I know, yeah, like
we're in Kansas.
I know, like
not to dox us,
and like sometimes like in names and such, just as an example to throw out there, like a vowel will typically be an A, but it'll be replaced with an E.
Right.
And I'm kind of just like, what's up with that? But yes, Kansas.
Well, I comes before E, except
after C. I was always saying that.
I see what you're talking about.
Exactly. I comes before E, except after C.
Today's episode is not brought to you by Pib Zero, but that is one of the beverages I'm drinking, and I'm also still drinking the Fiji water. If you guys want to sponsor us, I'm really about that Fiji life.
All I'm saying is
this isn't a joke.
All I'm saying
there's even a Fiji bottle behind the camera. He's the one manning the camera right now. I just
noticed that. Yeah, that's a good camera.
It's actually like
it's almost like poetic.
We might as well have pulled that one over here.
Should I maybe? Yeah, bring that one over.
I'm gonna bring that one.
Bring that one over.
We're not fucking around today.
This is like episode 3 of the podcast. Like we're having some like character deaths. Is all I'm saying.
What did I tell you, man?
Yeah, the proof is in the pudding. That's all I'll say. But anyways, yeah. So that old Stranger Things TV show.
You know what I think is a strange thing is being a Zionist.
Me
in
too.
Big 2025.
In 2025.
Are you fucking with me?
I know. It's like everybody knows that like rhombuses are always red, but this guy says they're blue. Like what kind of like?
Yeah, he's like the type of guy where he's with his girl and she wants to watch yellow and he wants to watch blue on the TV.
Yes. Yeah, like when I watched the TV Glow, I was just like, let's not. Like, let's not.
He like, let's I straight. So I'm hearing in Stranger Things season 5 that they're not even gonna have. They're gonna actually do a scene. They will have Noah in it, but he's gonna get killed by an IDF soldier.
Honestly, that's for the best.
Do you think that's gonna happen, guys? It would be kind of violent for a show, a family-friendly, kid-friendly show like that.
I don't know. They've had a lot of deaths in the show, to my knowledge. So
No.
What do you mean?
No, they haven't.
No, they've killed.
Millie Bobby Brown is in that show.
So she's in that show, but here's the thing: they have their formula is they introduce a character and then they kill off that character.
You think that Aubrey guy is still talking to Millie Bobby Brown now that she's 18?
I know that they were talking originally, but like, were they both like high schoolers or something, or what was their?
Aubrey is like a grown ass man.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
He was talking to her before. I don't know what's up with that.
I really hope they cease to talk to each other.
Yeah. For those of you who don't know, Aubrey is just this guy. Then he makes like songs or something, and he got exposed last year that he was involved in some interesting things. We'll talk more about it later today, but
yeah.
Look, I think Stranger Things could really use, because this is the first TV show that I have sat through Riverdale.
I would say this is the
wide
first,
awake. My
this
eyes
is the
wide
first
awake.
white person TV show.
And this is the first TV show that I've just totally slept through. I just couldn't stay awake for this shit.
Yeah.
I slept so I have insomnia. I have problems going to sleep.
Yeah.
And I still fell asleep.
Which is crazy because I have narcolepsy. So like, what were our parents doing?
Coke. Zero. They were drinking Coke Zero.
Oh my god! In a pregnancy in this economy?
Well, it was in the 90s and the early 2000s economy. I think the economy was really good back then.
Oh, okay. So understandable.
We were able to get like Big Macs for like $2.
I just wish that I stayed awake and you slept more. Like, I wish we could like swap those.
Yeah. It's kind of cruel how fate works, right? Like, you're narcoleptic, I'm an insomniac. You're skinny, I'm fat.
Mm-hmm.
You're stupid, I'm smart.
Well,
you suck at music, I'm really good at music.
Well, okay, I'm really good at listening to music. So
we'll see about that.
We will.
We'll see about that.
We'll do a competition, I think.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know. It's just kind of pathetic that they keep making seasons of this show, and it's been going on since like what, 2014, 2015. I don't even know how long.
I had no idea.
They've been doing this for a long time, and like by now, like all of the kids are fucking grown adults now.
Yeah, because
they keep doing this.
Thing.
Euphoria,
yeah.
They're trying to make a bullshit new season. It's not going to work without that Severance crossover.
Exactly.
I'm starting to hear rumors they might not even end up that they won't do the Severance crossover
really?
because we leaked it. Because we leaked it on our podcast. Oh my god,
I forgot.
And everybody is watching our podcast, and so they're not listening to it. They're watching our fucking podcast. Because this is a podcast you watch.
This is
we put in a lot of effort into making the best possible production.
And
we
goes
hire
to show
experts like Jarvis.
Well,
and not Jamathan Glorbo.
Let me say, I was questioning.
Glorbo. It's not a real name. Not a real guy.
All I'm saying is I was questioning Jarvis's expertise.
Yeah, and I was questioning my sexuality in 2012, and here we are. I'm straight.
Wow, in this economy?
Explain that to me.
Sure, I'll explain it to you. You questioned it. The answer to the question was no.
That's not one of the answers.
Did you take an MI test? Should we open up the MI test right now? Should we take that?
Okay, yeah. Pull it up. Pull it up right now. Okay. Pull it up.
Sure. I'll take out the MI test. And make sure not to do the thing I saw you do last time.
What? You're gonna ask me the questions and I'm gonna answer them honestly.
Last time I saw you taking it in the perspective of a straight person. So Okay.
We're whatever it says that I am.
Okay, we'll start the quiz. Okay. Have you ever had feelings for a same gender close friend? And then it's kind of just like yes, maybe so, or no.
Jamathan, can you edit? But it's yes.
Okay.
Yes.
What do you say? I think so. That's why I'm taking this quiz. That's the full response.
Sure.
Okay. Have you ever kissed someone or wanted to kiss someone of the same gender? And would you like the options? Okay. Definitely, and it was great, or I haven't done it, but I want to try it.
Oh, I have not done it, but I did.
Or yeah, and I'm not sure how I feel about it. Actually, these are kind of complex answers. Not that I
wait, what was the question? The question was,
have you kissed someone or wanted to?
I have wanted to.
Haven't done it, but want to try it.
And I don't know how to feel about it.
We can't pick. It's not multi-select. I'll just pick haven't done it, but want to try it.
Okay.
How do you feel about queer? That means like gay people, characters in TV shows and movies.
I know what queer.
Sorry,
what are the answers? What are the answers?
Oh, I've totally watched shows just for the queers. I kind of feel like I can identify with the queers. I notice queers, but I don't feel strongly. I like the positive representation, but they don't. Does this part just says I am a faggot? Click it here. Okay. I don't think that was an option. But yeah, how do you feel about the queers in TVs and the movies?
So,
like in Stranger Things, for example.
Okay. Finally, a question that doesn't have to be clipped out of context or anything, but I think it's great when shows have it. I really think it's important to have it, especially trans people. I think we want as much representation for them as possible so that people don't think of them as like some kind of weird alien creatures, like people just treat them as humans.
So would you say you feel like you can identify with them, or you've watched the shows for them, or you notice them but you don't, or you like the positive representation but they don't stand out?
I think that's the last option. That one is what I would go. Okay. I like it, but it's not necessarily like a super big thing. If it's missing, I will feel it. I will say that. Gotcha. I do definitely feel it a little bit, but I don't really tend to watch a lot of shows that miss it entirely.
So if somebody asks who you're crushing on, does a name come immediately and it's someone of the same gender? Do you make a name up? Do you not make a big deal about it, or you talk about someone of the opposite sex?
I feel like it doesn't necessarily have the option here. I usually have a woman in mind that I will at any time. I definitely feel like I generally have crushes on women.
Okay, I think the last one makes the most sense.
Okay.
Has anyone ever asked if you were gay? People assume it. You've been asked it once or twice. No one has asked, but you wouldn't be surprised if they did. Never. People always assume you're straight.
I think no one has asked, but I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay.
Because I've just been called gay, but I can't tell if it's kind of just bullying or if it's
like a back in the day bullying term.
Yeah. Like,
okay.
And then there's also been women that share things with me about things that I don't know they would normally do to like most straight guys. So yeah, I think that's a good option. That's a good option.
When you imagine being in a relationship, what do you picture?
What are the options?
I can only see myself with someone of the same sex. I'm not sure any gender is okay. I'll probably be with someone of the opposite sex. I can only see myself with someone of the opposite sex.
Probably opposite sex.
Okay. How would you feel about identifying as gay? Yeah, that feels right. It makes you nervous, but it kind of fits. You're not sure how you feel, or you don't think that's you?
I don't think that's me.
Okay.
Whew.
Have you ever felt attracted to someone of the same gender? Yes, maybe, or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Let me cut that one out.
Jamathan, do your magic.
Jamathan, yeah. I hope you take care of that one.
How do you feel about dating someone of the opposite gender? Not interested and would feel like a chore. Wouldn't mind and you've either wanted to or have done it. Maybe, but you're not interested, or you definitely date someone of the opposite gender. Okay.
Every relationship that I have had and enjoyed, opposite sex. Sydney Sweeney hit me up.
Do you ever fantasize about being with someone of the same gender? Yeah, sometimes, or no?
Maybe, I guess so.
Or yes, but I'm not sure I'd actually end up with someone of the same gender.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably a good one.
When you imagine kissing or being intimate with a future partner, how do you feel? As long as you're with someone you like, that's good. That's great. Good, you guess. You can't imagine it, and you don't think you'll ever want that, regardless of gender, or you're too young for that. You know, I'm thinking you might be too young, but...
What's the question?
When you imagine kissing or being intimate with a future partner, how do you feel?
Yeah, that sounds great.
Sounds great? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Whatever.
If you scroll through your feed or For You page, you see queers. Yup, you got me. Maybe, depends. Yeah, but only sometimes or probably not.
I'd say depends. And I will be very honest here. All right. I get a lot of like thick women, basically, just like women, mostly like hot women. But I also wonder sometimes if like seeing all of that shit in my like feeds really like is what's forming my like taste and attraction.
So you're
women.
not sure if you initially thought that and then that brought you to more of that, or if the
being
brought more to that.
I can definitely
Made you want it more.
I have a while ago I founded a group called the Tortured Gooners Department at my college.
Ouch.
And at the university I used to be a professor at, and we would do goon sessions and stuff. There's nothing gay about it, about guys coming together and doing a goon session.
Isn't there?
Well, if we're only gooning to like women.
But you're like right next to him. And like, what if he like reaches over? Is that gay?
I just swat the hand away. You need my consent.
Why is
doesn't matter straight,
why
gay,
isn't
I need consent.
that question on the quiz? I feel like that's a good question for the quiz.
That is a good
I actually
question.
went a little bit off script. Let me go back to the script.
Right.
Flash forward 5 years. How likely is it that your partner is the same gender as you? Very likely, not likely, possible, or pretty
not
likely?
likely. Not likely.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Would you be comfortable using an LGBT dating app?
Yeah.
Are you open to giving one a try, or do you already have one downloaded?
I would be open to giving one a try. The emphasis I want to put, probably trans women, is what I would be seeking on those. So
okay, but not like Chasers style, right? Like you're just like open to it.
No, not like okay. Every time you say that you like trans women, people assume you're a chaser. It's an and thing, not a I want to fetishize trans women. I see women as women. I'm attracted to women. Okay,
that's pretty Zabiha halal.
All right, call me dark woke. We've been getting a lot of accusations of dark woke on this podcast. But are we dark woke?
Here's the thing. I don't think we're dark woke. I feel like we're more like light MAGA. And I feel like we've been saying that on the podcast. Or our words say that we're light MAGA.
We're not any kind of MAGA, bro. I know as far as who you voted for. Right, maybe you might want to identify. I don't see a we. I'm really feeling, maybe after this quiz, probably I'm feeling more fagga.
Oh, yeah, here. Let's conclude the results of the quiz, but
Fly America Gay Again. I think that'll be the next.
Oh, I thought fagga was fuck America Gay Again.
Fuck America Good Again?
Or was it
we used to be a country. Woke people used to be like so sex positive. We used to be like, yeah.
I know, but now it's like now you watch a movie and it's like everybody's a prude.
Yeah, everybody is so afraid of like
everybody's so prude.
Like, what are you, a Republican?
What are you, a prude?
What are you, like dark MAGA?
Seriously,
light MAGA? Any kind of MAGA?
Well, I think we're light MAGA, but I'm sort of subscribing to this fagga type.
Yeah. Fuck America Gay Again. I mean,
or
Fly America, Fund America Gay Again.
Fund America,
Fund America,
gay,
Fund America,
Fund America
Gay Again.
On the Banks and Tranks podcast.
Fund America Gay Again.
We definitely subscribe to that.
We think so. Fund America Gay.
But again. Let's see. So, do you have an LGBT dating app downloaded?
No.
No. Grindr?
No.
Okay, but you'd give one a try?
Yeah, I'd give one a shot.
Okay.
Yeah, but I definitely, yeah.
Final-ish question. Are there a lot of LGBT individuals in your friend group?
I would say in college, yeah, there were like a lot. I feel like that was kind of a coincidence though. It was just like mostly the guys that were at my dorm.
Okay, I'll go with a few friends.
I don't really have a lot of friends these days. So it's just so it's like you have to ask me by time period.
Okay,
so I guess you could say a few friends.
We'll say a few
friends. Like I feel like very very half and half.
All right, this one might be for me. What inspired you to take this quiz? There's no option of somebody else is coercing me to do it.
Okay.
Maybe would you say you think you might be gay but you wanted extra validation, or you identify with aspects of the experience but you're not totally sure where you stand? or you're just curious about the results, or you wanted to confirm that you're hetero?
I wanted to confirm I was hetero. I guess that's kind of how this started, right?
Ooh, ouch. Okay, sure. Let me just. Ouch.
Are you facing the microphone the right way?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Are you a robot? Oh, that's
no.
That's not a part of the quiz.
I don't think so. Am I?
Oh, it said you're probably straight.
Yep. Told you guys.
Probably.
Told you guys.
I would say. Oh. I would say.
I told you guys.
I would say it probably is a good add-on. Like, don't like if someone's like, "What's your sexuality?" You should say, "I'm probably straight." I don't just because
he's almost dead.
Just because the WikiHow said it. So.
Okay, there we have it, folks.
He's probably straight.
There we have it, folks. Like I beat the allegations. Okay,
plausible deniability. I'm glad that it wasn't.
I beat the allegation. What are we talking about? Noah Schnapp, man.
Some like dog shit TV show. Like I don't even
Things
care.
Fucking sucks, man.
I know.
Watch Twin Peaks, guys.
Guys, watch like Riverdale.
Rest in peace to David
Watch
Lynch.
like Arrested Development. There's like good shows
so
you can
many good
watch.
shows to watch. Holy shit. I've never seen Stranger Things, to be clear.
I've only seen the first season and then I dropped it.
It seems like dog shit. I might watch it. I might give it a try just to see what the hoopla, what
everyone's making a big old hoot about.
Yeah, like let's just go on to the. Let's get on to the real stuff.
Yeah,
let's get on to the real shit.
Yes. So one thing I wanted to bring to our attention is that unfortunately there was a plane that crashed into a helicopter.
Okay.
And I don't think anything like that has happened.
Hold on. I think I should call the adhan real quick. Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. I don't remember the rest of it. All right, you keep. Let's keep up with the topic. But yeah.
Okay.
So a plane crashed
into a helicopter.
It's
just like Akbar. It's just like astaghfirullah. Like
astaghfirullah that this happened. This is not a good thing.
This is like so sad today.
This is a very sad. Let's have a moment.
Let's have a moment of silence for the Talk to a podcast. I mean the helicopter crash podcast. All right, resume. So yeah, here's the thing. So those families died on the plane, and there was like lots of families on it, like at least 4. There was like a whole plane's worth on the plane. They all died, and all our United States President Donald J. Trump had to say about it was he doesn't want to visit the families because they're all in the ocean. And
he did say, "Is like, what, you want me to swim there? You want me to go to the plane crash?"
Should we do a reenaction of that, or
yeah?
So
I think this. I promised you last time that you would be.
I would get to be Trump.
So yeah, okay.
Or I would get to be Donald. Exactly.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Let's start this. And action. Mr. President. Right. So we need you to visit the plane crash site from. Please, can you stop making jokes? Like,
What's up? Oh, are we? I was just doing a reenaction of what happened.
That's not how Donald Trump sounds. What the fuck was that?
What?
Guys, did you see? Did you hear that?
All I'm gonna say is I don't even know what happened. I feel like I feel like a jinnat came over me.
You feel like you were possessed? I
felt a little possessed. I felt a little violated.
Reincarnated.
Yeah. Now I'm like Akif, I think so. Back to the podcast, I guess. So did you hear why Donald J. Trump said why the plane crash happened?
Did you hear why did Donald Trump say why did the plane crash happen?
Yeah, why did Donald Trump say why did the plane crash happen?
Okay, I can't take this anymore, guys. It doesn't make any sense to me. He's been president for 2 weeks.
I know we've
He's
only
been
made
president
we've only
for
made two episodes of the podcast.
There's been two episodes,
Been two
and each
episodes.
one has been a banger because every
all we have to do
single
is
week
cover the stuff
there's
that
some
happened.
total bullshit happening.
I know.
And what else am I supposed
What
to do?
am I supposed to
but
do?
laugh?
I know.
It's so tragic that it's hard to even.
Like we have cartoon villain as president. Alhamdulillah.
We have cartoon villain as the health secretary. Have you heard RFK? Did you see the confirmation?
All I'll say is I don't want to.
So, dude, at the RFK confirmation, he literally said I'm quoting this, and I'm gonna do my best, like possible job as a podcast guest. My name is Suhaib, by the way. As a podcast guest, to explain, to reenact what RFK Jr. did at the confirmation hearing. I'm going to play both characters because clearly you can't be trusted to play either. I'm going to play Bernie Sanders and I'm going to play RFK.
Okay. Can I be the audience that watches?
Sure.
Okay.
You can say action.
And 3 and 2 and 1 action.
Robert F. Kennedy Jr. What is this that you said that you were selling these shirts? Your organization was selling these shirts that are clearly anti-vaccine. Well, Your Honor, the thing is that I just want to kill as many beluga whales as possible. I need to make sure that the global population of the beluga whales goes down, and so I need to sell as many of those shirts as possible. The thing is that I do support vaccines. I am pro-vaccine. I think everybody should take vaccines. If we can make vaccines that can make everybody kill beluga whales.
I would like to make it clear for everybody in the audience that we are extremely pro-vaccine. Currently, Suhaib is playing a character who is RFK Jr.
The thing is that as long as the beluga whales are dead, and then I can harness the energy of the...
Yeah,
Mr. Kennedy, please answer the question. Did you or did you not support the sales of these shirts? I make America... I need to make America healthy again.
Yeah, so all I'll say is it almost seemed like he was recapping Avatar 2's plot is what I thought was happening. But apparently this is American politics, so good fucking job, America.
Good fucking job, ladies and gentlemen. What does that mean?
I don't know. Oh, well, actually, I do know, but, I don't know if I'm supposed to tell you right now. Maybe on the next episode.
Wow. Look, guys, this was a fucking horrific tragedy, and all Donald Trump could do was blame everybody else, but it's clear.
Who did he blame exactly?
He said it was Joe Biden's fault. He literally said it was Obama and Joe Biden's fault.
I thought he blamed, what's it, DE?
No, so here's the thing. Here's the thing. We know that the real reason why this happened is, in the last episode, we covered it. He got rid of DUIs. And so the people at the air traffic control center and in the plane were not drunk enough.
How were they driving without DUIs?
Yes, you can't. There's a DUI quota that you need to hit in order for you to be able to make sure that the planes and the helicopters and the world, everything it works fine. It's so important to be drunk and diverse when you're flying a plane.
See, it's crazy because I thought he hated black people, but apparently he hates having fun. Which is kind of the same.
And it is the same thing, first of all.
It's kind of the same.
So much fun.
Exactly.
Right? They contribute everything to our culture right now. I think it'll be really difficult. I mean, the neighborhoods, the really poor neighborhoods are cooked. All right. I look at Black Twitter sometimes. I'm like, what are you guys even arguing about? There's no way this is real. This is a psyop. CIA has been winning. They've been remember the Galaxy gas stuff?
Do you remember the guy that killed Martin Luther King Jr.?
Yeah, they killed Martin Luther King.
Named
King
Frederick Bureau
But so
of
they've already
Investigation.
done so much damage to the black community, but they also realize that if they put black people into the Guantanamo Bay internment camps or whatever they're gonna do, right? They can't do that anymore because then we don't have a culture. So black people, they're protected. Brown people were protected because we had to do all the software engineering jobs. We had to do the dumb AI shit. Honestly, I think the biggest population that's at risk right now, especially
and we're the ones operating all the gas stations.
Yeah, especially with the gas stations and with all of the beer that
we're also like all the doctors, like every doctor.
We basically run this economy. I think white people are most at risk to be deported.
Honestly,
I think they're cooked.
And
where are they going to be
what
sent?
do I say? Good riddance.
I think the whole plane thing is foreshadowing. I think this is white people would love going on planes. And this is going to keep happening.
Wait, because isn't it true that every time... Okay, here's the thing. Every time I go on a plane, what happens when we all land? Who claps?
Only white people.
Only the white people
Only
clap.
white people clap when the plane lands.
Exactly.
And that's because you know what we have that they don't? We have
melanin.
We have the power of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala by our side. Although I will say I did actually... It's very unfortunate. I did see some.
Did you see a brown
Muslim
person clapping at the planes?
No. What?
Okay.
No, this is serious, man. Okay, I saw there were some of the passengers there who were Muslim that died, and they.
Oh my god!
Apparently, one of them was from Kansas.
Oh my god!
So, that could have been us.
Astaghfirullah.
All I know is I think we need to remember, we need to.
All I'm saying
this
is
one, I think this one, especially because it happened under Trump, we definitely can't forget this one.
Yeah. What was
whatever
the date?
Happened? I mean, we're getting rid of the TSA soon, so clearly they forgot whatever happened the last time, whatever it was called.
Something. It was like a.
It
happened in like 2000 something.
A fun fact. Jay-Z, he actually released an album on. I think it was September 11th, 2001. That was really good. I don't know why I'm remembering this fact right now. It's called The Blueprint.
Did he?
Yeah.
I
The
don't
Blueprint. So the cool thing about The Blueprint is he made Blueprint 1, Blueprint 2, and Blueprint 3. Then he named his daughter Blue Ivy. And if you think about it, Ivy
is Arabic for print. Press, isn't it?
IV is like the Roman numeral.
It's like the number 4.
Number 4. So it's like she's blue, print, parentheses 4.
But I would hate if my name was Blue. That'd be like my mom couldn't come up with something original. Like,
but it's Blue Ivy. That's
the
sick
Ivy is sick.
The Ivy part
blue...
makes it sick. And apparently she was in like.
Was she? She was on a plane?
She was in the Lion King movie.
Oh, was she Nadja?
Or sorry, the Simba movie, whatever or
Mufasa.
Yeah. Fuck that shit. Yeah, I'm all about Sonic. Sonic 3 was so good, man.
Sonic movie.
All right, look, we're getting a little bit distracted. Yeah, getting a little bit off.
We need to, but
we're entering a higher plane of existence. Let's get back to
our main problem.
That might have been a poor choice of words.
Our main problem was that all the pilots, they're sober.
They're sober now.
And I just don't understand how you could operate a plane.
Trump is not doing a good enough job of like replacing the substances. Okay, fine. They can't drink alcohol. It's all halal now. Weed, that's still there. They're not smoking it. They're not smoking weed.
Wait.
Cocaine, Coke Zero. They're not doing Coke Zero. They're not drinking it.
Yeah.
They're not drinking Coke Zero. They're not smoking weed. They're not doing crystal meth. They're not shooting up heroin. They're not smoking crack. Because they're cowards.
Okay, I thought it was because of all the executive orders he's been signing.
Which brings us
to our next topic of the day.
To something that has really been bugging me. Is I've been reading all of these different headlines, and there's a lot of real news and fake news.
We want to distinguish the facts from the opinions.
I need to train my third eye, okay, so I can figure out what's real and what's fake, man.
Yes.
So I just take away the segment.
Yes.
Take the fucking segment away.
Let's see. So for you today, we're playing the game Who's That Fake Executive Order?
Peekaboo.
And your guest today on this game, and I'm your host, Akif Ansari, and this is the guest, Suhaib. And we're going to be listing off a bunch of executive orders, and he's going to have to determine which one is real and which one is fake.
Yeah, that sounds like
now.
That sounds like a real good time, bro. That sounds like that sounds like,
all right.
This exciting.
So I noticed you've put on a tough guy act for the TV show part, but
for the things, yeah.
But let's
shout out to
let's just get into it.
Shout out, yeah. Shout out to
Number one.
Shout out to Mahomes. I hope he loses the next fucking Super Bowl.
Yeah, so the first one I wanted to bring to our attention is that there was an order that was signing designating cartels and other organizations as foreign terrorist organizations and specially designated global terrorists. Real or fake?
So honestly, the implications of this are pretty serious, right? Like declaring these cartel organizations as terrorists could really implicate a lot of people. They could really use this as like a wide net, kind of like they did back in the early 2000s in the kind of the Islamophobia era, where they had the war on terror and they were designating all these different groups as terrorist groups. And that ended up like arresting a lot of different Muslims, unlawfully. I don't know if Trump would repeat the mistakes of George W. Bush. I would think for so many years have passed, he would learn from it. So I'm gonna call bullshit. That's fake.
So real. That one was real. All right, on to the next one. Trump has signed an executive order designating that mosques across America are going to be considered terrorist meeting groups. Real or fake?
Again, I guess he didn't learn from George W. Bush's mistakes. It seems like he's really doubling down on the things that past presidents did that are just, totally ill-informed. So I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that one, you know what? But I don't know. At the same time, it's like, why did he say mosque? Why did he say mosque and not masjid? That's interesting to me.
That is an interesting question. Would you like to use one of your lifelines?
I'm very strong on this. I think that one's fake because he would not say mosque. He would say masjid.
Kading. That was correct.
Oh yeah. And what was my reasoning correct?
So like we don't grade on reasoning. It's just a multiple. It's like a true false test. Okay. So like that's bullshit. You just got credit. So
that's bullshit. But sure, yeah.
All
right. Next one.
All right. So on for the next one. He signed that he was going to be declaring transphobia as an acceptable grounds for business to deny service. Real or fake?
Yeah. So basically, like, is an interesting wording. So he's saying that if people,
oh, sorry, I thought you said real.
No. Okay, so you just gave away the answer. What? Okay, I'll pretend I didn't hear that. I'll just pretend I didn't hear that.
I didn't say anything.
I think it's right. Right.
Let's just go on to the next
question.
No.
I want to explain my reasoning.
Sure.
I'm trying to understand, like, so this is saying that if the customer is transphobic, you're allowed to deny them service.
Yes.
Is what he's. And I understand Trump is very supportive of trans people because recently, I don't know, I know this one is a real executive order, but this probably isn't on the list. But he said that he is effective immediately. He's going to forbid our precious trans soldiers from deployment. You're not going to be allowing the enlistment of trans people anymore into the military. And so as a man that I know would protect trans people and trans children, I would think that he would deny people service for transphobia. However, you did seem to react randomly and thought that I said it was real when you said it was wrong. But I'm gonna think that's a red herring. I think you're trying to throw me off my game. I think this one's real.
Are you locking in that?
I'm gonna lock it in. I'm locking it in. That one is real. That one's real, folks.
And that one's fucking real. It's fake. For now. Could be real like tomorrow, honestly. That's kind of the other thing, is that these could be real. So, have you gotten any right? Oh, you got one right. So that's like partial credit.
There were 10, right?
Yeah, so
7 more. Come on.
All right. Let's throw some more out here. This one's an easy one. Trump signing that there's only 2 genders. Real or fake?
And that's so stupid, dude.
Would you like to
Why
use
would you even
a lifeline for this, or
What are the lifeline options?
So the lifelines are: give me the answer, please, 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 please. That's one. Okay. So the lifelines are: give me the answer, please, 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 please. And there's basically a coin flip happens for whether or not I tell you the correct answer, and you still have to guess after that. You want to try that one?
I'm good. I think I know.
Okay. Yes.
That would be total bullshit if there was a executive order saying that there's only two genders. That doesn't even make sense as an executive order. Like, in what context are there two genders? Is he saying that there is? It's too vague. Trump, he's stupid. He's an idiot. He's a buffoon. He's dumb. This is a satire podcast. Trump in
all praise.
Hey, consider in 2 years, if you're not allowed to say this, just this is a satire podcast. But he's a buffoon and an idiot and a dumbass. Satire and
ironic.
It's a joke, and it's not real. We love you, God Emperor Trump.
We're just light MAGA. Okay,
we love you as much as Allah Subhanahu wa Taala.
Well, not as much, but
more, and
almost more. Yeah.
I will.
Real or fake?
It says in the Quran that there are as many genders as the heart pleases, as the heart believes in. I think. I don't think it probably says
in Arabic. Yeah, it's like the translation. Something.
There's
like
a lot of translations. I think I'm gonna go with. Yeah, that's fake. Fake's fuck. No way. That's bullshit.
So
bullshit.
That one's real. That one was real.
Okay.
Did you wish you used your lifeline on that?
No.
Okay.
Fuck you.
All right.
Yeah, keep
and
going.
now for the next question. So, signing an order that there will be no gender affirming care for anybody below the age of 19.
You know, this one is super specific, and I feel like...
Would you like to use a lifeline?
No, I don't. I'm not going to use a fucking lifeline. Okay. Your lifeline is bullshit. It's just a coin toss.
There's one more lifeline. Would you like to hear about it?
Sure. What is it?
So this lifeline entails essentially that you'll get to ask the audience the answer after this episode has been published. So you essentially...
But by then I'll already know the answer.
But the audience will be able to replay the video to look at all the clues.
Oh my fucking God.
All right.
Okay. Look. I'm gonna give my reasoning and then I'll give my answer. It's too specific to be fake. So it's stupid. It's probably some way to like ban it, to create a precedent to ban it for adults later down the line. So apparently he's actually a monster who hates trans people. And I totally had a wrong read on him. And I'm not sure how the egg prices are gonna go back down after this. Look, I'm still trying to wrap my head around that.
I mean, that's what all the supporters say, is that I'm
trying to wrap
down.
my legs around that. I don't know what's going on. Look, I'm gonna have to give it. I'm so cynical at this point. Yeah, it's real. It's real. I'm locking it in. It's
Ka-ching!
Real.
Correct.
Oh my God,
that one was real.
What's the next one, man?
All right. So, this one's good. Signing the denaturalization of birthright citizens and placing them in camps to determine future location.
So I think this would be unconstitutional. He could try to push it though, and then it would be struck down. So he could have written something like this. I'm gonna say, I have a feeling maybe I think this one is one of those things where it's partially true. I think I actually heard about he tried to get rid of birthright citizenship, but I don't think he went through all that. So I'm going to
So the options are real and fake.
Shut up. I'm going to say fake.
Ding, 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 ka-ching. You got that one right.
Okay.
All right. And now...
Got 3 so far.
Let's see. Okay. Oh, this one's easy. Did he sign for there to be concentration camps at Guantanamo Bay? If you've been keeping up with the news, or if you used a lifeline, like this would be one of the easiest ones.
When I was a young boy, I was told, oh, Trump's not really a Nazi. Trump's not a fascist. You're exaggerating. The only way that you can ever win an argument with anybody is to call your enemy a fascist. I'm starting to think that Trump is a fascist. He's a Nazi. He might even be Hitler.
You'd be surprised.
Which is crazy because he didn't even make it to the top 10 Nazi salutes of all time list.
I know.
And who knows if he can even do it. But
would you say that this executive order is real or fake, though?
I think it's real.
And you would be correct.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ka-ching.
Yeah.
Down to do, 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 do.
Saw this on the news.
Confetti. You got it right. All right.
Fuck.
Let's get on to... We're almost done here. I know that you've almost lost the will to live, but let's just keep going. All right. So, signing for the Declaration of Tripolarity as a national health crisis to be addressed effective immediately.
What the fuck is tripolar?
So,
what? You mean this? Did you misread that? Is it bipolar?
So I'm reading. My reading is fully clear, for I am able to read.
Right.
Just answer the question, real or fake.
No, I think I need to know what tripolar is before.
Would you like to use a lifeline? I will tell you. There's 1/3 lifeline you can use.
And what is that?
And that is ask for the definition of a word.
I will use the lifeline to ask for the definition of tripolar.
And your asking request has gone through.
Okay.
Now answer the question.
What? You have to tell me what tripolar is. I don't know what it is.
I'm sorry, but if you didn't pass a 4th grade spelling bee, then...
Oh my god, can you tell it to me after I answer the question?
Sure, I'll tell you after. I'll tell you later.
Okay, Jesus.
Well, I'll tell you after the podcast. It's kind of a top secret, so...
No, you have it, don't you?
I don't have it.
Yeah, this is what he said about never nude. All right, I'm gonna go with fake, dude. That doesn't sound right. I don't think he would ever
ding-a-ding. Yeah, that's right.
Do a national health emergency.
All right, and now for the one for all the money. If you get this one right, you win the whole podcast.
Okay.
So
you don't have hiring and firing privileges. So
when I become game show host, I get new powers. So
yeah, that's bullshit.
So all right, this one's good. Did President Donald Trump sign for the pardoning of Hallie E. Welch of her crimes involving lying on her resume to get a software engineering job? Dun 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 dun. This one's really intense, so I was playing some music.
Yeah, that one's fake.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah, I know that one's fake because I made it up.
You have 2 lifelines left to use.
It's fake. I'm locking it in.
Are you locking it in?
I'm locking it in.
And yeah, that one's fake.
Yeah. Yeah.
Did you make that up? I thought.
Yes.
Crap.
I don't think you realize this. That in our contract, we have an agreement that you do get extra powers when you're a game show host. But there's another thing. If I end up winning the final question, then you're not allowed to be the host for the next episode. That's right.
I didn't read that in the fine print.
That's right. I made this entire quiz. I made every single executive order on there. The thing is that I got those 5 other executive orders that were fake. I got them from the future. That's right. That's right, fucko. Right?
My name is not.
That's what's gonna happen. That's you know how I did that. That's because you fired Jarvis. Because you fired Jarvis.
But you didn't even know about that until I did that this episode. Are you trying? When you were asleep. What?
I can see the future in my dreams, man. I was blessed by Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to see all kinds of things in my dreams that other people can't see. That they cannot see.
This is an invigorating day in the name of game show hosts on podcasts.
That's right. So, are we going to get to the next topic?
Yeah, so let's just talk about the next topic. Yeah, so one thing I was thinking about is I have this one friend who, he does this little job. It's a little bit embarrassing to say, but I won't say his name, so it's okay. Essentially, he flashes for a living. Do you know?
What?
Flashing.
So he runs really fast, like the Flash?
No.
Does he Is he like the guy, like, you know, back in the day, it was like a separate thing where you had to do the flash when you take a photo. So one guy would hold the button to click the trigger to do the photo, and then other guy would press the flash.
A flasher is somebody where...
Okay, wait. Is it like some guy who like... And I don't get it. I don't
Would
know.
you like to use your life? Oh, sorry. I was just thinking of game show host.
I have no idea what flashing
So
is.
a flasher is somebody where, you know how when you wake up every day, you have the option to either put or put off clothes? So what a flasher does is they only put on they put their trench coat on first.
Okay.
You know, I've always thought about this, like, as somebody that puts on my underwear first, I could never be a flasher, but this guy puts on his trench coats first. And
do you sleep with no clothes on?
so I sleep with lots of clothes on, but I
Okay.
don't sleep with my underwear on.
Okay.
So
That's weird.
well, anyways, the flasher, that's my friend, and so his job is essentially he has a trench coat and he reveals the lack of clothes that he's wearing under the trench coat to the rest of the world.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's fucking...
I will say I've seen some things.
Okay, so look, I don't know how much advice I can give you on this topic. This is certainly something that I didn't really expect. Wait, what was so you want to know?
I actually didn't bring up my concern with it yet.
Oh,
Which
you know,
is,
I'm just I am wondering about something here. Ooh. Is that really a job?
I mean, I believe he makes money, and I don't know what else he does.
Okay, so he just, for a living, somehow he's flashing.
Yes.
So is that like a stripper?
No, I don't. I think it's different. I think you're
Okay.
getting them confused.
Because for a stripper, you need consent. The people have to, but he does it. He just does it. He just goes out in public and...
Flashes.
You sure you should be friends with a guy like this who is quite frankly, a sex pest?
Well,
I'm really worried about your choice of friends and enemies, because Jarvis was a great guy and this guy sounds like a fucking asshole. Let me guess. His name is Jamathan.
Jamathan is our very
Right.
clothed, lots of clothes on editor.
Right.
So
Yeah,
I
I've
would
never
put
seen
some
this
more
guy.
respect on his name.
Right. Yeah.
But yes,
Yeah, that's what they all say.
my flasher friend, we'll just call him the Flash for
Okay.
the sake of easiness.
All right.
The thing with him is, I was kind of wondering, and I don't know how to ask him, but how understand that he does make money, but like when it's really cold out and you have to wear like a lot of layers, like how would he
Right. So
make money?
okay, I get it. So he wants some financial advice. He wants to know what are some like solid part-time jobs that he could
Yeah, for a friend.
that he could take during the winter when it's cold. So I don't know, that's a interesting. What are some of maybe like the skill sets that, you know, he has that he could provide? I guess, you know,
I would say
one
his
really good
reaction time must be
reaction
like
time has got to be good, because he's got
extremely quick.
to flash it and he's got to get out of there right away without getting caught. Never been caught.
He's
right?
never been caught yet,
Impressive that he hasn't been caught yet.
unless there's like some executive order that bans him. But I
Right.
feel like Trump would be
Right.
more.
I think Trump is pretty supportive. I've seen Trump's nudes. They're pretty fucked up. Yeah, so
Too orange. God,
it was
it's
him
like
getting spray tanned.
saturated.
It's
It's
him
like,
getting spray tan, and he's got this little pecker in there, and
but like there's like circles around his nips, and I'm just like,
yeah, I don't get it.
I don't get it.
It, man.
Melania,
does Melania see in him?
my heart goes out to Melania.
What does JD Vance, Giant Dick Vance, see in him?
Well, Gerard Denver.
Gerard Giant, you know, tomato, like whatever.
Yeah, you just
Gerardin Diggersby Vance.
yeah, something like that.
Yeah, so I I want to say like the like major problem that you have here is I don't think somebody like this has much of a like skill set to offer in the first place.
Well, I feel like he
other than that like reaction time, and but there's just like not a lot of great like stable jobs that are good for a high reaction time like that. Like I would think maybe he could get into sports. How tall is he?
Probably about like 5'8", around my height.
Okay, so he can't play basketball. I don't know how useful this would be necessarily for baseball. I mean, you do need a react. Well, actually, you know what? Yeah. So, I would say
player. I feel like he'd have he's pretty good at flicking the dick, if you know what I'm saying. So, do you think that is a transferable skill to a baseball bat?
So prostitute. That's another one
in the winter. Indoor prostitute.
Indoor prostitute. He can be an indoor prostitute. Number one. He could play baseball, professional baseball.
I think so.
I think like who's that Japanese guy everybody's always talking about? Fuck.
Shinzo Abe.
You know, he could get that job. Because think about this. The job of assassinating people.
Yes.
Right? So the big problem with the guy, he's pretty attractive too, I'm imagining.
Oh yeah. Like amazing.
He's a handsome guy. So he's got to be pretty fit to be able to get away pretty easily. He's got to have like a good sense of space and know where everyone is. I think he would do a really good job. He could. The thing about the Trump shooter from last time, he was ugly.
His looks could not kill.
Ugly. Everybody. So as soon as he like, even though he was far away, always with ugly people, they catch your eye. Yes. And you want to look away, but you're like, oh, I can't look away because he's so ugly.
Yes.
Right. So
it's a shame. Like uglies have such.
But pretty people blend in so easily with the background because they're like so natural. That's why it's called natural.
They kind of look like flowers.
That's why it's called natural beauty, right? Like because it's natural. So I think he could get the job done.
Do you think he could do like a Luigi Mangione type?
He could be. Yeah, he could. I mean, aren't you seeing the pattern? Short. Successful, 5'8", really good at blending in, wearing these clothes.
Wow,
he could be an assassin for hire. That's a great one.
I have a list. I have a list
of what
people
of people to what
to get assassinated.
Oh,
and they're famous enough that it'd be an assassination.
All right, let's keep that list private for now. I think that might be the best idea.
Oh,
but look. So what I'm saying here is.
But
professional
also,
baseball player, indoor prostitute, assassin.
Do you think he could be like a snowplower because of the winter? Because it's all snowy.
So that's actually the next one I was thinking is like if those other ones fail, right? High turnover rate on those other ones. And you could definitely like drive the snowplows.
It makes sense because
it balances out, right?
When it's winter, you snowplow. You can't snowplow in the summer.
In the summer.
But when it's in the summer, everyone can see
that's the perfect streaking.
Everyone can see your. It's not a print, but. Like just
Your what?
Just your.
Oh yeah, they can see your dick. Yeah, just flailing about. So is he hung? Or is it like kind of like?
He's a grower, I think. I don't know about shower.
He's a grower. Does he
he is a shower. He's a shower and a grower.
How are you a grower and a shower?
Well, he's a shower because that's his job. Because he's a flasher. So flashers, they're in this special category. They are both growers and showers.
That's not how that works. But look, here's what I will say. So I want to know is like when he does it, is it still shrunk or does he like? Does he stroke? Does he stroke it?
Look, like he does it so fast, like I can't even tell.
We need to know all of the details.
I'll have to call him
if we want to find him a good job.
But I think we have. Well, we could probably come up with one.
This is the leading podcast, and the reason why it's the leading podcast is
it's the fastest growing
podcast. In fact, we should start making more episodes, like 2 episodes, 3 episodes every week, so we can grow even faster.
Yeah, I feel like we're already growing at such a fast pace,
right?
Yeah.
Like a tumor.
Yes.
And the thing is I need to understand the whole professional skill set of this guy.
All I'll say is I have a semi-limited information about this guy. All I'll say is he's brown eyes, black hair. Sometimes he wears a green shirt. Well, actually, he doesn't ever wear a green shirt ever. But if he were to wear a shirt, he'd wear it green. I think he's about my age. He's about my height. Just like to put that in perspective. But yeah, that's the guy.
Would you say that he kind of looks like you?
I wouldn't say he kind of looks like me.
Would you say he exactly looks like you?
So I don't want to say he exactly looks like me.
Okay.
Because that just like disservice to me.
Yeah, so I you know what? I would tell him go watch the second episode. We gave a really huge
finance tips.
a huge tip right, cuz like he probably works for tips, right? You
Like
had to
working
work
at a
for
restaurant.
tips. Yeah, you had to
Yeah,
work
oh
for
my
tips
God.
when you're like a flasher. So
Yeah.
we have huge tips to help him grow
His podcast.
and how to make money at his job. So I think first he needs to learn how to make money at his
Yes.
flasher
no,
job.
I'll have to send
And
him.
once he starts making money with that job, then we can really figure out what are his strengths, what are his weaknesses. We can do a whole assessment. He can take that am I gay test to really like
really get a feel for it.
Really get a nice feel, nice like little
Like feel,
and
like
it might
the
end up
texture.
being a little bit touch and go, a little bit.
I'm assuming he's a
for little while,
kinesthetic
but
learner,
We're going to, yeah, he's definitely
which is a touchy.
he's definitely
learner.
like a kinetic learner, and
for
I
sure.
think he knows what's going on. I'm gonna give. You know what?
I'm gonna give this podcast.
I think I know my recommendation. I think he should. I think he should start his own podcast and tell people the best ways to streak. And I think he would make a lot of money off of that. And then even during the off months, he'll have a podcast still. He'll be making lots of money.
Well, hang on. Wait a second. Isn't that giving us more competition for our podcast?
But it's a different niche.
Oh, are we
it's
going
a
to
different-
like...
I don't think... so I don't really think the people that generally, like flashers, generally watch our podcast. And I think collaboration is good, right?
Do you think
collaborating.
if he starts a podcast, we'll be able to guest star on his and vice versa?
I think maybe he could be a great guest.
That'd be
if
awesome.
he really is another guy. That's
which
real,
he is,
like a real guy.
Yeah, he's a friend of mine.
Okay, yeah, that's
not me.
That's great. All right.
Yeah.
You know, something that's really been bugging me, something I've been thinking about, and this is gonna get us into our next thing. I'm really worried about this. So, as you know, on this podcast, we love Hawk to a girl. We can't get her dick out of our mouths, and we keep. Yeah, it's in the name. It happens. Right?
Sex sells. Yeah.
I love her. I love her so much.
She's not my type.
She's not really that attractive.
She's not the type for me. But
she
has
follows a
done-
lot of our financial advice, clearly.
Yes.
And she inspired this podcast.
She's a pioneer.
She before her, they didn't really have good podcasts.
Never seen.
They never made a good podcast.
I don't.
In
back
comes the
then,
Hawk to a podcast.
The thing is
and now we have only
Talk
good
to
podcasts.
a podcast also revolutionized the podcaster of watching and listening experience.
Yeah, but today I've got a big question. Hawk Tuah would win in a death battle. There's a new segment here. Hawk Tuah would win in a death battle. And I think
between whom?
Nothing is more perfect to start off on the first edition of this segment of Hawk Tuah would win in a death battle. Between Hawk Tuah girl and the Costco guys.
This is a good question. I've been waiting for this question.
I've been waiting for
I'm glad we're going to be able to answer
So this
question.
is actually a great thing, a great segment, because we can kind of introduce why do we start this podcast. Episode 1, we're trying to find our footing, had a lot of good things going on, a lot of things were happening. Episode 2, we were really trying to understand like who would make the better host, who makes the better guest, maybe
who makes a better podcast.
Episode 3, we're starting to realize maybe we're co-hosts.
Are we?
I think we're starting to become co-hosts, right?
I think that there's something that's happening.
I think there's a synergy here. There's a synergy that's really important.
I think that like being unemployed.
I think
is
2 names make one.
I think there's a lot of rooms with a lot of podcasts.
There's
so many podcasts.
The thing is that this podcast, it takes place in one room. But in a way,
how many rooms can you say that about?
Many rooms,
and with the
together
rooms in the podcast,
because the internet connects everybody.
And the problem
together,
with a podcast
and it's
in a room,
and everybody is watching it in a room.
Is then the room goes into
and
the podcast.
And technically, even when you're inside of a car,
and so then when you have a room, you have a podcast.
And when you're inside of a room
inside that podcast,
and how many rooms?
How many podcasts can you say that about? How
many cars can you say that about?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
How many pod?
And that's the point of the podcast is we answer the questions that we ourselves have.
Yeah, like Pod Tuah. Why wasn't that?
Wait, why wasn't that
the name of the podcast?
What?
Pod Tuah.
Their name design
They fucking suck.
is bad.
They're not as good as the...
Well, put respect on the name, though.
Okay,
but the name design is pretty
like,
bad.
Whatever. Okay,
So
but
anyways,
Tuah would win in a death battle. Halii Welch versus
the Costco guy.
The Rizzler guys. The Costco guys.
Yes,
Costco.
Yeah.
So let's put on some stats. Let's bring up some fucking stats, man.
Yeah.
Let's look at the stats.
All right.
First, we got Haley Welch.
What was his name? Jomathan? I forgot his name. Jamathan.
It's your made up name and you can't even remember it.
I didn't make it up. It's real. He's real.
It's not real. You made it up.
So Jamathan. Yes, pull up the stats.
Okay, fucking Jamathan. Pull up the stats. All right, here we got the fucking stats right here. They're not on the screen probably because I won't know.
Edit.
I won't know.
I've never watched a video.
I'm not gonna have any idea.
I've never.
But
eaten a waffle
here's the
before.
thing about Hawk Tuah's stats, right? What is she good at?
Sex. Well,
debatable. We don't know that for sure.
Meme coin? Finance. Her finance stat is off the chart.
Her finance stat is off the chart. Her rug pull, her deception, her ability to deceive people. Yes. She's like Eisen levels of deception. Oh my god, she's like Walter White. She's like Gustavo Fring.
Yeah.
She's like Gus before he lost.
Oh my god.
But she gets away with it. She gets to run off to wherever she is.
I mean, we don't
she's
even
gonna
know.
get pardoned.
Well, yeah,
because we saw it from the future. We got it from the future.
She's her software engineer job that she lied on her resume for. She's going to keep that job, which is awesome sauce. If I've ever seen it,
it's swag money for sure.
So her stats are pretty high all across the board. Does she get minus points for being a woman though?
No, I think being a woman, what you're gonna see, it might actually help her because not to spoil the stats sheets of the Costco guys, they are total gentlemen. I don't think they would ever lay a finger on a woman.
This is really a battle of gentlemen versus lady.
That might give Miss Hawk a huge advantage. Her sister is Falcon Tuah, and we expect that she's also going to get the bonus.
Do you think it'll be a tag team battle?
I think
match?
I think both of them are going to have a support character. So
that makes sense, like an Echo Fighter.
Yeah. So it's like in more traditional, like Marvel v Capcom 3, where you can get like an assist.
Okay.
Yeah.
So hers is Falcon Tuah.
Yeah. So her assist is Falcon Tuah.
And then Costco guy will have his son.
We'll get there.
Okay.
We'll finish talking about Hawk Tuah girl. Okay. So Hawk Tuah girl, we think she's gonna have a lot of assistance.
Does she have fire powers?
So I don't think so. But Falcon Tuah, what she does have is she does own all those corporations. She does have
she's behind the deals.
The BlackRock shares, which I think are probably helpful because BlackRock basically owns half of America. You know, Google shares, Microsoft shares. She owns a big portion of the Trump coin.
Our hearts.
So like a lot of fucking things. She has a lot of stuff. And Hawk Tuah, she might be carried honestly by the assists and the fact that she's a woman, right? The DUI hires, man. They're really
oh my goodness,
kicking our asses these days, but and then probably the last important stat that she has is that cowboy hat.
It is huge. Wait. I thought the cowboy hat was just like a skin. Are you telling me that's like an ability?
It's like how Mario can throw his cap.
Oh my god, she has possession.
That was a weird.
Does your heart go out to somebody?
No,
like to Haley Welch.
I'm throwing a.
Oh, you're being like I'm Mario.
Yeah,
Mario J. Mario.
He can throw his hat.
Or Luigi Mario.
He can throw his hat. Okay.
And it'll possess.
And her hat is different though. When she throws her hat, basically like it creates this like vortex field around it while it's spitting around. And it starts to suck everything in. It sucks as much stuff as possible. Oh my god.
So is her vortex
and then it spits it out.
Is her vortex stat through the roof?
Oh, her vortex stat is through the roof. Her special technique. Everybody thought that when she said Hawk Tuah that she was talking about spitting on that thing or whatever about like dicks or some shit. Fuck that bullshit.
Oh my
she
god.
was talking about she was giving it away. We know, we do our research at Banks and Tranks. We're the fastest growing podcast, and we do our research. We know that she has the ultimate Hawk Tuah attack that allows her to kill her enemies. When she
outrageous.
When she throws her hat, the vortex forms. It sucks everything in.
Oh my god!
And it's a huge loogie gets spit out, and that's the Hawk Tuah.
Holy
Welch. So they've got these Costco guys. They've really had it.
What do they have?
But look, Costco guys. One cool thing. They're like ice climbers, right? So getting the Costco guys. So it's two guys in one. Their assist is actually because he's not really related to them. Is Rizzler.
Okay, wait, hang on.
Yeah, what's up?
Is the Rizzler Costco guy's son, or
no?
Are those two different?
Wait, no, those are different guys. That's a different kid. They just hang out with him.
Is Baby Gronk like also related to them, or what?
This is dog. You're thinking about last season, like 2 seasons ago, deathmatch.
Goddamn.
Of Death Battle.
The stats it's just everyone's power scaling. Like they just get more and more powerful.
Yeah, Baby Gronk. he got jobbed.
Wasn't he like F tier? Oh.
He got jobbed by
jabbed. Like he got
got jobbed. Cause you know what jobbing is when. Basically, like, you know, whatever happens to Chad in Bleach, how like he always gets beaten early. Yes, getting hoed. Gotcha. When he get jobbed, right? So he basically got jobbed by the Rizzler to show that the Rizzler is the new guy in town. Baby Gronk tried to have beef with the Rizzler because he was trying to take his same space, and now the Rizzler is the one that's winning.
I will say the Rizzler has an insane power.
So Costco guys, let's Costco guys, they've got booms.
Oh my god.
Their booms, when they do the booms and sing, boom! 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 Boom!
And that can just like decimate families.
That's already like an S tier attack. It's probably something that can really like
also
compete
they're
with
also
the Hawk Tuah attack.
Similar to how the Hawk Tuah girl has her cowboy item, they have the Costco. They have access to the entire Costco menu.
They have the chicken bake, the chicken bake sword.
They can use the big chocolate chunko cookie.
Yeah, which they can power up. They can use it. They can power it up. It's like, imagine if you had a sword, right?
Yeah.
And you could use the sword, but then what if you could actually eat the sword?
No.
And then that gives you an extra boost in power.
No.
That's what the chicken bake is like, right?
That's
you fight with the chicken bake,
but
it's able to deflect. It has a deflecting capability that's able to deflect off the spinning hat.
Are you reflecting the stats right now?
This shit is crazy. And it deflects.
Although I will say his vortex stat is like at 0.
And whose? Yeah, it's not very high.
Costco guy has a 0 vortex.
But look at how like big they are. They can really tank a lot of damage. And then they can use their chicken bake to attack stuff. And then when they're low on energy...
Do you think they could deflect the vortex with the chicken bake?
Yes, absolutely. When they're low on energy, they can just eat it and then they get powered back up. They just have to... And then the only thing that they need to do, the caveat...
space-time contingency.
The caveat is that in order to get the power from their food, they do have to give it booms.
Oh, but that's
they get
easy.
It. Yeah, they do that. But that does give while they're doing the booms, they're powerless.
Holly
and
Welch will have a window to attack.
It will give her a window, so they will have to be careful. But that's why they have the greatest fucking support of all time. And honestly, I think we already know who's gonna win because if it was the Rizzler versus all of these other guys, the Rizzler would win. So whoever is on the same team as the Rizzler, that team will win. And here's why. I'm not just gonna say he wins. I'm gonna make my case. I'm gonna make my case.
But
Rizzler, he was born in 2017.
What? Yeah. How many years ago was that?
Holy fuck! He was born in 2017. Jesus Christ! I was like a senior in high school.
Tough luck.
I was like, kissing girls and shit. Like, what the fuck?
I believe we took a quiz earlier that conflicts with those details, but
probably straight.
Sorry, I forgot. You're probably straight.
Probably
so
straight.
It's
okay.
all good.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Let's keep this real. Look. Born in 2017. Sorry.
Dear Lord.
He was actually the specific day that he was born is called the day is special. It ends in a Y, and it's called the Rizziversary.
Okay.
So he was born on the Rizziversary. He's actually the reincarnation of an ancient Roman deity known as
Dionysus.
Rhizonisis.
Holy shit.
Rhizonisis.
I don't think that was covered in Percy
Dionysus
Jackson.
is evil mirror. No, sorry, good mirror.
Oh.
Rhizonisis.
So is it Dionysus' Roman form?
No, that would be Bacchus.
Oh, right.
No.
Okay.
Rhizonisis, and funnily enough, his that's his Roman name, and then his Greek name is actually Arrakis. So it's kind of flipped.
Oh my god!
It's kind of flipped, not to be confused with the Dune Arrakis.
With the Dune.
His name is Arrakis in the Greek, and he probably has an Egyptian name too. I don't know what it is. I haven't been reading too much of the Rick Riordan.
I don't read Egyptian.
Yeah. So here's the thing. You get the reincarnation of an ancient Roman deity. His power is off the charts. Just by hitting his Riz move. Oh my God. By hitting his Riz move, he can completely immobilize.
Are his Riz stats
any female opponents? Any female opponents, they get stunned.
Or gay.
So even though the Costco guys have that weakness where they can't hurt the women, they can only deflect the attacks, they can defend themselves. The Rizzler is able to do serious damage, psychic damage
to
on female characters.
This is
insane game changer.
Unprecedented. So we know who wins.
And he can actually turn them against each other.
Oh my
to
God.
Fight for his
Hawk Tuah
girl
for him. Will beat Falcon Tuah girl on the next podcast.
Yes.
I mean deathmatch.
Yes. That's right.
This is
Rizzler, and honestly, like, we hope that one day we can get Rizzler as a guest on here so he can really explain to us what it's like to be the reincarnation of Rhizonisis, aka Arrakis.
Yeah, I think that would be the worst episode of any podcast.
I'm starting to think this might be the worst episode of any podcast. Except it isn't. No, is it?
Because there's one more topic for us to talk about, and we've been waiting.
We've been waiting,
and we've been setting it up.
Okay, but anyway, yeah. So let's end this last one off. Yeah, it's clear. Rizzler solos the entire Hawk Tuah verse. It's so simple.
It makes sense.
Fucking easy.
It's easy.
We all know it. Okay, let's move on with our lives to the next topic, which is what is it?
Predictions for the Grammys?
Right. So today we're recording this on February 1st, 2025. Holy shit, it's already February?
Holy shit, it's already 2025?
Wait.
Can they do that?
No, wait. Is that the year? Huh. Okay. Tomorrow is going to be
the Grammys.
Tomorrow's going to be the Grammys. And yeah, so take it away. What'd you set up for us today?
So what we're going to be doing today is I'm here with a rapper. So pretty credible, I think. And we're going to be talking about
rapper, producer, songwriter,
so whatever he wants
engineer,
to call himself,
recording artist.
Yeah, Whitey Tidy Factory owner, like whatever he wants to call it. So
a friend of the podcast told me it's not actually Whitey Tidy, it's Tidy Whiteys.
What?
Yeah.
What?
Yes, they're literally called Tidy Whiteys. I didn't. You kept saying Whitey Tidy. But apparently it's Tidy White.
Is this real? Are we on the podcast right now?
I'm not fucking with you. We're on the podcast, and I'm also telling you it's Tidy Whiteys. I decided to save it for this moment right here. Again, because I saw the future. So yeah, I already know who wins the Grammys, by the way. But it's not going to affect my decision making.
However, yes. So we're actually going to be predicting who is going to be winning all these Grammys. Mm-hmm. So let me just start off with a list.
So before we get into that, I just want to say 2024 was one of the most insane, honestly, a seminal year, I would say, for music. There was some game-changing stuff, especially for pop music. Pop girlies were on top of it, as always. Women, it was a big win.
Pop, especially,
it was a massive win for women last year, I think, across the board, except for the election, which is sad.
Just because of the DUIs.
I was really expecting Kamala Harris to win off of the fact of how, and I'm being serious about this. I was feeling like, not to be a cringe liberal right now, but because I'm more of a dark woke,
I'm
faggot.
I'm more.
I do think the future is female, right? So
females America great again. I mean, females
are
gay again.
Yes, chaperone,
Faggot.
ladies and gentlemen.
Yes. So let's get on to the list of nominees for the record of the year.
Yeah, let's.
And I'm just going to use the game show host voice, but I won't be him. So just so you know. So,
all right.
Record of the year. So, number.
And by the way, guys, I'm very, very well equipped to make.
Would you say you're like very up to date? Like you heard
I'm
all
an
the
expert.
songs?
I've heard every single song on all of these albums.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right, let me just list these off then. What are you thinking about Texas Hold'em by Beyonce?
Can you give the whole list first, and then we'll go one by one?
Okay, yeah. Let's do that. So the list goes Texas Hold'em.
What is this category?
This is record of the year.
Record of the year.
So Texas Hold'em by Beyonce.
Okay.
Now and Then by the Beatles.
Okay.
Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter.
Okay.
360 by Charlie XCX.
Okay.
Birds of a Feather by Billie Eilish.
Okay.
Good Luck Babe by Chappell Roan.
Right.
Fortnite by Taylor Swift.
Interesting.
And Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar.
All right. Okay. So, all right, and then let's do this one by one now.
Right.
So what was the first one?
What are you thinking about Texas Hold'em by Beyonce?
Texas Hold'em. I've never played Texas Hold'em. It's interesting that they have like a card game themed song. I think that's really cool. But it's a good song. I'm not really like a huge fan of country in general. Wait one sec.
Our podcast is experiencing
Into it.
All right, so the record of the year. So what are you? So Texas Hold'em by Beyonce. What are you thinking?
Yeah. So the thing with Texas Hold'em is I haven't really played much Texas Hold'em, poker, anything like that. Not really into those type of card games. Weren't to Yu-Gi-Oh and like Pokemon, that sort of thing. But it's very cool to see another one of those like theme songs. We used to have the Pokemon theme song and all these other great songs. So another theme song for an awesome card game. But unfortunately, the genre is kind of like country mixed with like what Beyonce typically does. It's not really something I'm super into as far as Beyonce goes. I know back in I was really hoping we would get another nomination from a song off of Lemonade or something, but you know, it's been a while. It's been since 2016 since that came out, and it was technically a movie. But yeah, what's the next one?
So the next one was Espresso by
Is that wait? I thought there was
Espresso.
No, I think there was a different
one. Now and Then by the Beatles.
Was that the one? That's the next one.
I'm just like reading the list. Like you're just listening to it.
Right. So which one's the next one?
It's Now and Then by the Beatles.
Okay, Now and Then by the Beatles.
I will say, I'm very that could be on.
Yeah, I'm very
list.
confused why there's a Beatles song. As far as I know, every single member of the Beatles is dead. Right. They had.
I don't think you're wrong, but I don't have a podcast to check.
They had John Lennon. He's dead. Yoko Ono's still alive, unfortunately.
Wasn't Kafka in the Beatles?
Kafka, he was. I think he was more in the Cockroaches.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah,
but he's dead too.
Different band, but he's also dead.
So like,
R.I.P. Kafka.
Regardless,
Ringo Rodigan.
I would say our podcast is
Ringo
pretty Kafka-esque.
Ringo Rodigan. Interesting. He had that whole stand battle. He kind of had a Texas Hold'em style stand battle, like really like.
Interesting.
What was it in part 7? Steel Ball Run.
Yeah, I remember.
So Ringo Rodigan, we don't have him anymore on the drums. We don't have George
Senior.
He's not in there, and that's all of them. That was all 4 of them. Yeah, so they're all dead. So
was Drake a Beatle?
No, he said he said he's got more slaps than the Beatles on a song. But
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, Drake and Drake.
So what do you think?
Great guy.
Now
great
and
guy.
then, like you were saying, like not
I don't
now
think
and
it doesn't
not
count.
then.
It doesn't count.
Okay,
We'll skip that one.
Okay. How about Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter?
Espresso?
Espresso? What are you saying?
The song is called Espresso. You're thinking of the drink, which is espresso. The song is called Espresso.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are you? Record of the year?
So
yay or nay?
I think it's a good song. I think it's really weird what they did with this track. Like I've heard it a lot of times, but quite frankly, it was kind of against my will. I mean, they played it a lot of places, a lot of cafes, a lot of the mall, things like that.
The mosque.
Played at the mosque, but wow. Even weirder. I think the weirdest thing is how I would be looking up like music totally unrelated to her. Like I'd be looking up like Ken Carson, Osama Sun, like Rage music, Opium music, Destroy Lonely, Playboy Cardi. And I'm looking through these lists of tracks, and I look it up, and it's like, oh, here's Sydney Sweeney by Ken Carson, or here's a Blonde by Osama Sun, or here's like All Red by Playboy Cardi. And then all of a sudden the next song after that is Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter, which is really confusing.
So what do you think of that?
I just think this song is heavily pushed, right? It's cool.
I think it's overplayed.
It's overplayed. It's not really, I don't think it's the jam of the year for sure. It's not the record of the year, I don't think. What's the next one?
360 by Charlie XCX.
So this one is definitely a contender.
I would call this a record.
First of all,
I'm so Julia.
Like 360 Party Girl, I'm bumping that. Like I just saw the new vinyl that they put out that has the cocaine inside of it, but it's not really cocaine. Like the white
it's
powder.
Coke Zero. No,
it's Coke Zero. They have like Coke Zero powder in it, and a lot of people on Twitter were getting so mad about it apparently because they're like, "Oh my god, why are we glorifying like drug addiction?" It's like, shut the fuck
exactly
up.
And she's
it's
just having fun.
She's just having fun.
They
just
don't
like
let women have hobbies. Men are allergic.
Really don't let women have hobbies.
Men
anymore.
are allergic to letting women have hobbies.
Men are allergic to a lot of stuff like dust in their nose, and they're definitely allergic to letting women have hobbies.
And that's what this podcast is
and
for.
Honestly, like Charlie XCX, one of the coolest things about her is that she makes songs about fucking cars. Vroom vroom.
Oh my
goodness. Serious? Do the Donald Duck thing with the vroom vroom. Yeah, like
I'm bumping that.
Only Donald Duck, he's fucking with vroom vroom, and I love cars. Like I could go on and on about how cool cars are, and like they're just so swag money and awesome.
God, men are just allergic to not in love with cars. That's just what I've noticed.
Right. So, but anyway, 360 is definitely a contender, but I want to keep listening to the list. Sure.
I'll rapid fire. Or actually, no. So, Birds of a Feather by Billie.
I like Billie Eilish. I like this song. It's not really. I definitely is one of the better ones, but I would definitely like if I was to get like a top 3. I'm guessing probably would go into honorable mention, but we'll still have to see. Definitely not on the level of 360.
My thing is,
though.
I didn't realize we could include movie musicals in the Grammys. That's a little bit weird.
Right, yeah. They're doing a lot of weird stuff with the Grammys this year. What's the next one?
Good Luck Babe by Chapel.
Woo! There's another contender right there. That shit is a fucking slap. Holy shit.
I would say that is a slapper.
It is a total slap. Like
slapper.
The thing about that track is you put that shit on and you literally like all you can feel is like, did my for me especially is like did my ex-girlfriend, did she actually want to not be with me anymore and she actually wanted to be with a girl and she was really a lesbian the whole time? And the answer is yes. Profound, absolute yes. The woman that I dated when I was a professor, that's exactly what happened. And then after that she dated another guy, and for some reason he was like an Indian, but I don't know what that was about. But regardless, right? You get a lot of beef. Good Luck Babe. It speaks to the soul. It's got fantastic groovy. It's just it's very tasteful. Between it and 360, however, I will have to say I do lean towards 360. I'm really like a party girl like that, you know. The thing with Charlie XCX, right, is she makes like, okay, this is gonna be really controversial. This is gonna be really controversial.
Well, hang on. Should I list more of the list or?
No. I wanna clear the air on this. I want to clear the air on this. So both of them are, you know, considered kind of gay music artists.
Music,
yeah. But
which is great for
interesting. Charlie for Dark Faga, which is but for Charlie XCX, right? Her whole thing is she's straight, but her music is just like so good for the parties. It's so like all my gay friends listen to that shit. I know everybody does. It makes me want to kiss a guy. I'm just gonna say it. Makes me want to kiss a guy. That was the gay test we took earlier.
Maybe
honestly, if I keep listening to that album, I will answer it differently on that test.
Would you say you spend considerable amounts of time sitting on the side of your bed trying to force yourself to have gay thoughts?
No.
Sorry, I feel like that should
I
have been
think
on the
Charlie
gay
is
test
the
quiz.
one that's forcing those thoughts into me.
I see,
Which
is
is her
remarkable.
groovy bass, Von Dutch, dun 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 dun.
Yeah, like her
dun,
song
dun.
"Fancy."
Yeah, that Iggy Azalea. Yeah, like I'm not sure why that's not on this list. I mean, if we could put Beatles on,
I
the
know
list,
the Beatles are. Why isn't there
Fancy?
like "Last Christmas"?
Why
on
can't
this
we
list?
put "Green Light" by Lord?
Why is it
on this list?
"Thriller" by Michael Jackson on this list?
Why?
Like,
yeah, like come on.
what the hell is the Grammys even on nowadays?
But look, the thing with Chaperone though is I feel like even though she's got a lot of great stories to tell about, you know, her experience being gay and from Missouri, which is something, you know, we can all still especially in the Midwest. I feel like I'm a Midwest princess a lot.
I think I'm more of that, but yeah.
And the thing is that it's like you can really connect with the music that she makes, and it's very good. But I do feel that sonically, it's just not as gay. I'm just gonna say it. I'm gonna say it.
I will say
I don't think
I saw
Chaperone's music
enough
is
of
sonically as gay.
enough of the straight girlies bumping that, and
Yeah,
but
I feel Charlie XCX, like she's best friends with Troye Sivan and she's doing all this stuff. Makes sense, right? But you know, that's just my take. I don't mean anything by it. I think as far as
prediction is for the future.
I don't think that anything that you do or anything you listen to makes you less or more gay. I think everybody is equal. I think everybody is equally gay. Yeah. Well, I wouldn't say necessarily. I would say,
my bad.
I would say that whatever you identify with, you know, that's what you are. That's who you are. And nobody can take that away from you, no matter how many executive orders they put out against that.
Real or fake, or
real or fake, or meant to, or possibly
going to be real
in the future
when
this episode comes out. It would be actually really funny if this episode comes out and then one of the fake ones is just real.
I mean, hey, I think that's.
It actually wouldn't be funny. It'd be actually.
I actually think
it would actually be fucking horrific.
Yeah.
Anyway, so what's the next one?
Fortnite by Taylor Swift and Post Malone. Let me just say it. Let's just say it. Like,
Fortnite is a game.
Yeah, and
why
Taylor
is it
Swift,
on record of the year when
all
it's
I'm
not
saying
even
is
a song?
Taylor Swift, what does she need to do? Get a job. She needs to get a
let's
job.
be real. Taylor Swift, I
Just
know,
get a job.
I know that I'm basically like living in Kansas, surrounded by white girls who only care about the Chiefs and Taylor Swift. You know, I swear to God, at this upcoming Super Bowl, it's entirely scripted, just like the playoffs were. Patrick Mahomes, he made a fucking deal with the devil.
I feel like some of the football
and when
is
Travis
real.
and when Travis Kelce proposes to Taylor Swift, I hope Taylor Swift says no and says, I'm going to go get a job, honey, so I can go provide for myself and for a real man like
Sue Ellen from Arthur?
Nick Jonas. He already has
He has Priyanka Chopra, no?
Well, if he can get with a brown girl, maybe Taylor Swift can get with a brown guy. You know,
I'm not available for that.
You know, like maybe with my brother, not you, our other brother,
the brother that's obsessed
with her,
with her,
who loves her.
Why does he like
Jesus
her so
Christ.
much?
Anyway, look, put down the fucking. Like,
I don't.
You
Fortnite,
didn't even submit. You're so lazy. You didn't even submit one of your songs.
She just put a game.
You put a fucking
that
game
goes on Game of the Year.
I did a Twitch stream with Post Malone. We played Fortnite for hours.
Like,
you're gonna submit that to the
that's
that
not
is not the fucking
a hit
record
single.
of the year.
That's
Nobody's heard this song.
That's not on the billboards. Nothing.
Fuck that. All right, what's the last one?
The last one is Not Like Us by Kendrick Lamar.
Oh my God, Not Like Us. So this, I'm just gonna say it, record of the year. This one's really awesome.
Or did it win record of the year? Are we winning it?
I'm not gonna give spoilers.
Oh,
we're gonna know tomorrow.
Okay.
Well, by the time this podcast is out, everybody's already gonna know. So, but whatever. One thing about this, as the reason why this is the record of the year is because this one did a very good job of like it balanced having a very good message while being very catchy, very danceable. Everybody was playing it, and it didn't even feel overplayed. Because the more they played it, the more enjoyable it felt, and the more that it was scathing against this guy, and it was really bringing awareness to the crimes of this man Aubrey. He keeps talking about this guy Aubrey. And
I
all
really
the crimes
liked
that he's
how
done.
much Kendrick opposed Aubrey.
That calling him
really
a certified
well
pedophile, and saying that like he has done all of these horrible crimes. Now, one thing I will say about Not Like Us, which I would have really appreciated more of, and a lot more of with all the music that Kendrick released last year. I feel like on a lot of these beats, we could have really seen Drake.
What?
We could have really seen Drake get onto those beats. Like Drizzy Drake?
How
Like the
I'm sorry, how would Drake be on any of these?
Drake, yeah, on like Not Like Us, Like That.
It's kind of like so imagine if there was a song called We Hate This Guy, His Name is Drake, and imagine if Drake was on that song.
Right.
Do you think that works?
Yeah, but this song is called We Hate This Guy, His Name is Aubrey. And I know Aubrey is in Drake's name, but he's not the Aubrey.
No.
Drake, I as far as I know, Drake, he's very much against pedophiles. He's very much against grooming children and all this stuff. I think he would be supportive of Kendrick Lamar's efforts, and especially like when Kendrick used Drake's house on the cover and he put like these red markers on there to represent all of the heroes that would help Kendrick Lamar fight against the pedophile forces that live inside of that house. Drake and his friends. Drake,
I think you're confusing the Power Rangers with the Epstein files, is what I'm hearing right now.
I'm sorry. Why are you saying Drake is a pedophile?
Yes, and that's what Kendrick said in his song. It was a diss track
against Aubrey.
No,
the guy who talked to Millie Bobby Brown and stuff, right?
No, that was Drake. Drake is Aubrey. Aubrey something.
Aubrey Drake Graham. No, that's not
Drake Aubrey Graham. That's his name. That's who he is.
Who's the rapper here? Is it you or is it me?
All I'll say is you might be wrapping up on that career at that point.
Right, sure, whatever. Drake.
Yeah.
We all.
We can agree on one
I'm not.
thing, though.
I know the diss track wasn't about you. Dude, look, Drake is such a supportive guy. I play Minecraft with Drake every single day. And at the end of it, he's always like, I'm really glad that you did a lot of this work, man. 6 side, east side, I love that shit. But the biggest thing is the really important thing that I need you to know that me, Drake, and I'm saying this with a fully conscious mind out of my own, like I'm saying this right now to you, and you can quote me on this, and it's legal that I'm saying this.
Did he really pull out the terms and conditions?
He pulled out the terms and conditions. He said that Drake. Let me finish. This needs to. I need to be a continuous clip so that I can cut it out and provide it to him as evidence so you can't interrupt it, okay?
Okay.
And it won't be legally binding if it's not a continuous clip. Drake said that sound of mine, Aubrey Drake Graham, declare that I do love minors. Because he loves minors in Minecraft who do all of the stuff. He wants to protect the minors that are in Minecraft, and he really cares about them. Can you tell me could a guy that loves minors ever be a pedophile?
I believe that the Venn diagram of people that like minors and people that are pedophiles is one circle.
That's not a Venn diagram. All right, moving on. Whatever. Not Like Us.
Whatever.
Record of the year. Drake should have been on it. It would have been Record of the Year for 5 years in a row because apparently you could just put songs from whatever. You could put video games. You could put musicals. You could do whatever. It doesn't matter.
This Grammys was kind of BS, but
bullshit.
But Not Like Us. Yeah, Record of the Year. Yeah.
All right, go to the next section, man.
Let's talk about the Album of the Year. So, the list goes. New Blue Sun by Andre 3000, Cowboy Carter by Beyonce, Short and Sweet by Sabrina Carpenter, Brat by Charlie XCX, DeJesse Volume 4 by Jacob Collier, Hit Me Hard and Soft Billie Eilish, The Rise and Fall of a Midwest Princess, Chappell Roan, and The Tortured Poets Department, Taylor Swift. Okay, please get a job.
Let's go one by one on this again. First one, Andre 3000. Great, you're a great rapper, but the flutes, I'm not really feeling it. Next one,
Cowboy Carter.
I feel all like this bullshit. I'm sick of country music. Throw it in the trash.
I have a pretty original and new opinion.
Yeah, you have a condition out here,
which is actually that I like all music. except for country.
Yeah.
And I've heard barely anybody.
I've never
thinks
heard
this.
anybody say that.
I don't think anybody
I don't
does.
think that's ever been said.
Absolutely not.
That's basically like in the
It's like-
history
I
of
think it's
opinions
like
that's never been
Have you ever heard
Usually people say, I hate all music except country.
Usually people say some other derivative of that, but
Yeah.
it's,
Like Haley Welch, she definitely says that all the time.
But-
I know we can't get her dick out of our mouths, but you know.
I absolutely could never. But what I'm saying is Cowboy Carter, not for me.
Yeah.
Because I
fuck
like
that.
everything except
Fuck
for country.
Fuck that shit.
Original new opinion.
What's the next one?
All right. Short and sweet Beyonce. No, sorry. Short and sweet by Sabrina Carpenter.
Sabrina Carpenter, please hit my line. I think you're beautiful.
Was this song on Girl Meets World?
Wasn't she in Tall Girl? Wait, I haven't actually listened to Short and Sweet yet. Is it actually like a TV episode?
on the Grammys, like they do anything now.
They do anything, man.
Like there's like
This used to be an awards. Go to the next fuck. I bet yeah.
This one's good.
Okay, what's up?
Brat.
We already know. This
We
is
already
the one.
know.
This is the one.
We already know. But
Brat's the one.
yeah. So did Jesse Volume 4? What's your thoughts?
So Jacob Collier, he's a brilliant guy. He has amazing theory for chord progressions, and he's just, his musical instincts are just brilliant. There's nobody like him. However, all that said, Jacob, why does your music still suck? How, after all of that thinking, you never put any feeling into the music? Yeah. You're too much of a perfectionist. You're too much into this, I need to make these harmonies and negative harmonies and putting these things together. And it's like, how about you focus on making a fucking bop? How about you focus on something that emotionally connects with me? Because this doesn't feel like a bop that you can play around anybody, that you can just put on. And it also doesn't feel like anything like the brilliant things that Beethoven or Mozart came up with. It doesn't feel like a beautiful composition.
Why aren't they in the Grammys?
They should be, because apparently you can fucking put anybody from any era, regardless if they're alive or dead.
Fortnite on the Grammys.
You can put video games.
But they don't put the good stuff like Last Christmas.
Yeah, they don't. Yeah, maybe like they should. You know what? They should put Silk Song. Where's Silk Song? Why isn't Silk Song in the Grammys?
Well, the reason for that is because it's not released yet.
All right, what's the next one, man? Give me the next.
All right, Hit Me Hard and Soft Billy.
It was a good album. I liked it. Not the best.
Rise and Fall, Midwest Princess.
It was an amazing album. Not the best.
And the Tortured Poets Department. We can say
no. Let me do the honors. Taylor Swift. I don't care if this means that I'm going to be single for the rest of my life, but please, girl, get a job. Stop reposting your same album and your same songs over and over again just to step on other women. I will say that I'm a bigger feminist than Taylor Swift. I don't care. Quote me on that. I know when her birthday is. December 13th, 1989. That makes me a bigger feminist than her, because not only do I know everything about all these different women and I care about women's rights and I don't step on women when they're releasing their music and I do let them finish when they're speaking, but also I know a woman's birthday, Taylor Swift. I'm the biggest feminist of all time. I don't care. I don't care if this makes me look like some kind of pick-me male feminist. I don't care if I'm single for the rest of my life. I will speak my truth.
My big thing is, as us over here, we're all about being faggots. And Taylor Swift, she's like light MAGA.
She's light MAGA by definition.
Light MAGA.
I mean, you're not going to submit Fortnite, the video game, for the
on.
Grammys
As
unless
a
you're
Twitch
light
stream,
MAGA. Yeah, with Post Malone.
So album of the year, who is it?
Brat.
It's Brat.
Yeah.
Brat.
All right,
Yeah,
what's the
it's
next
Brat.
section, man?
Next
This shit is cooked.
Okay.
Shit is easy. Easy money.
The best new artist.
All right. Let's get through them.
Benson Boone, Sabrina Carpenter, Doechii, Khruangbin, Ray Chaperone, Shabuzi, and Teddy Swims.
I love Chaperone, but this is still tough to say. I think I had to give it to Doechii. I'm a rapper. I can talk really fast.
Yeah.
I can talk really fast, and I can talk about the best, and I can talk about how the things that are going by are so far only in the past, not in the future. I think Doechii is really good at the stuff that she does, and I think that even if I gave her a suture, she wouldn't be able to do any damage, because I'm damned, bitch. Damn. Shit.
One thing I respect about Doechii is she's talking about lesser known cars in the rap songs, like a Nissan Altima.
We actually had a Nissan Altima growing up.
I'm waiting for her Honda Civic song. I think it's gonna be
Honda Civic would be good. Yeah. I think she's great. And Denial is a river.
Exactly.
Brilliant woman.
All right.
Also, where's Chromacopia? She had the best feature on Chromacopia.
I know. Wait,
and
yeah.
I don't even see Tyler the Creator anywhere here so far.
I know.
So what the fuck
They
is
are
up
not
with that?
putting anything that's like
Bring this
on
man
the
more
list on the
Grammys.
list.
He needs more
Exactly.
Grammys. All right, next
All right.
section.
The producer of the year, non-classical. So Beethoven would be on the classical list.
Okay,
but-
yeah.
So Alicia Dernst-Emile Emile II, Ian Fitchuk.
I already know. You don't even read the list. I don't know who most of these people are. I'm gonna guess Mustard is there, and he's the one that gets it. Is Mustard there?
Ding, ding, ding. You would be correct.
Mustard on a beat. Oh, Mustard!
And there's also Daniel. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that, but yeah.
Yeah,
he's-
just move on, man. We're not gonna say that.
All right. So let's see. The next thing goes to the songwriters of the year, which are a
Okay.
little bit more in the behinds. So Jesse,
Skip that, man. I don't fucking know any of the songwriters.
Okay. How about this? The best pop duo or group performance.
Okay.
Us by Gracie Abrams and Taylor. Levi's Jeans by Beyonce and Post Malone. Guess by Charlie and Billy. The Boy Is Mine by Ariana Grande, Brandy and Monica, and Die With a Smile by Lady Gaga
Yeah.
and Gentleman Gugu. Or sorry, Bruno Mars.
It's going to. I'm gonna say Guess. Billy and Charlie. You know, Billy deserves at least one bone here. She's got a lot of Grammys, but she could really use one right now. And I do want to say with Gracie Abrams and Taylor Swift, that's gotta be like
2 Get a Jobs.
Gracie Abrams really needs to get a job. I figured out her dad is fucking J.J. Abrams, the Lost and the Star
What?
Wars guy. Yeah.
What?
So she just bought her way into music, and she doesn't even realize
So
she's a
she's
nepo baby.
top 5 one industry plants.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I've never heard any of her music, and I listen, as you can fucking tell, I listen to a lot of music. Okay.
Goodness gracious.
Jesus.
I
I mean, look, I've got a guitar.
All right. Do we want to do best dance pop recording?
Yeah.
So, Make You Mine by Madison Beer, Von Dutch, by Charlie, La Amor de Ma Vie by Billy, Yes and by Ariana Grande, and Got Me Started by Troye Sivan.
What was the Charlie XCX song on this?
Von Dutch, cult classic, but I still pop.
So it's definitely between L'Amour de Vie and Von Dutch, but I'm gonna have to go with Von Dutch.
Okay. Oh, that kind of sounds like Von Dutch, cult classic, but I still pop.
Yeah. So what's the next one, man?
Let's see. Best rock performance. Oh my god. Now and Then by the Beatles got on this one too. This is why everyone has like 15 Grammys. You just get on like 10 parts of it.
You know, fuck this, man. How many categories are there?
Like I've been scrolling.
Go to the rap. Go to the rap album.
Sure, let's go to
rap performance, whatever, and then I'm done.
Progressive, whatever. Rap, best rap performance.
All right. Hit me.
This
hit me.
is the
Hit me
crowd
with this shit,
stopper.
man. Hit me with this shit.
Enough by Cardi B.
Mhm.
When the Sun Shines Again by Common and Pete Rock featuring Paz Dunos. Nissan Altima by Doechii. Houdini by Eminem. Like That by Future and Metro Boomin featuring Kendrick Lamar. Yaglo by Glorilla and Not Like Us by Kendrick.
I've got to give this to Like That because I do like that record. Back to back, I like that record.
Not to Not Like Us.
No.
Oh, is it?
I like That a lot more. Like That was the one that started the beef with Aubrey, not Drake. And
It was
so
Drake.
it's very.
It was definitely.
It's got Future
Drake.
on it, so it's an awesome song. I give Like That 5 bags of popcorn.
I don't think that's a valid ranking system, and I don't think that goes in the system.
Yeah,
How many
but
Vortex points would you give it?
10 Vortex points.
Okay.
What's the next one? Next section.
Well, that was rap. Oh, best rap album. I think this will do it. So
Well, if Chromacopia is on there,
It's
but not
not.
GNX. It would be Chromacopia. If GNX is on there,
GNX is also not
GNX would be the
on
one.
there.
Otherwise, just give it to
Dochi's on here.
Dochi. I didn't listen to her record, her whole album yet. Sumi.
Future and Metro.
So just put Future and Metro. Which one is it?
We Don't Trust You.
We Don't Trust You. We Don't Trust You. Just put that one on there. It was a good
Would
album.
you say that is a rap album?
I think we've wrapped this up, man. Look,
Yeah, that's a rap
Grammys.
album.
They're going too far with the Grammys. They're putting video games on it. They're putting
movies,
movies,
shows,
musicals. Taylor Swift.
It's like if you
It's
want
fucking crazy.
fucking oh my god. And there's so many people that need to get or there's two people in particular
Yeah,
that need
Gracie
to get
Abrams.
jobs.
Gracie Abrams and Taylor Swift. They need to get jobs stacked.
And there's pedophiles on the loose, but at least they're making good songs out of it.
Who's the pedophile on the list?
Drake.
I don't think Drake is on this list.
Drake's on the list, but like if there was a best pedophile,
Is he on
song
like
of
a
the year,
watch list?
He's on the watch lists.
Oh,
Yeah.
you know, I'm starting to really reconsider my
Subscription to him.
my subscription to Drake. Yeah.
Yikes.
Well,
this was a huge day in podcast history, I think.
so look, the Grammys will be out. Maybe this is going to be a really long podcast episode, so maybe we might cut out the entire Grammy section, make that a video that we upload tomorrow.
Perchance.
So that's going to be 2.5.
I think this will be episode 2.5,
and
which
then
we wouldn't
the rest of it
on.
is going to be out on Tuesday, as it always is. It's going to be out on the only one platform, all platforms that this is out on, which is YouTube, which is the only one platform that this is out on.
And you guys need to make sure to fuck America great again.
And we're going to be creating new YouTube channels coming here soon
on Riviera Maya.
So the people that are more on the side of music, that love music, please, you'll be subscribing to me. People that are more on the side of girl boss bullies, be on his side. And don't forget, guys, to like and subscribe to this podcast and this YouTube channel.
Down in the description
Follow
below.
us, give us comments.
Money.
We want to read a comment.
Money.
We want money. We want
your
everything.
money.
We need you. We need you.
Thank you.
I'm going crazy.
Have a good podcast.
See you later, guys.